2023. I will call this meeting to order. We'll start with a special presentation, Firefighter Appreciation Proclamation. And I'm going to ask the Elmore County Firefighter Association President, Chief Larry Brown, if you would, to come to the podium while I read the proclamation that we want to present to the firefighters of the county to recognize them. All right, thank you. The proclamation is titled 2023 Firefighters Appreciation Proclamation. Whereas firefighters are a vital public service for our citizens, and whereas fighting fire is one of the most dangerous and hazardous professionals, and whereas our county has many volunteer firefighters who serve as an essential role in protecting lives and property in Elmore County, and whereas a volunteer firefighter, they go through extensive training, response to emergency calls, and step into dangerous situations. And whereas volunteer firefighters work throughout our county in many capacities to protect and serve our citizens, and is a member of the community who gives their time for free, and whereas firefighters show physical and mental strength, compassion, honor, and service, now therefore be it resolved by the Elmore County Commission on behalf of the citizens of Elmore County that we recognize and commend firefighters in Elmore County and encourage all citizens in our county to show support and appreciation to the firefighters throughout Elmore County, presenting this 25th day of September, 2023. Chief Brown, we do truly appreciate our firefighters and what the members of our, what they do for the citizens of our community, not only because they serve to keep us safe, but when the citizens in need, but they also, because of their service, as you know, they keep our insurance rates low. Yes, and that puts money back into our citizens' pockets every month. I've been a part of the fire service in our county for more than 25 years, albeit on the administrative side. I've only responded to one call in my entire life, and it's just because I happened to be on a truck going somewhere and I just rode with them. I don't claim to respond to fire calls at all, but I've seen firsthand the sacrifice these firefighters make and in order to serve their citizens, and like the resolution says, they do it for free. And we greatly appreciate each of our firefighters, and we appreciate the families that support them as well. Any commissioners have any comments?
Just to reiterate what you said, we could never thank y'all enough. 1975, Tommy Sanford and his daddy helped us start the fire department at Kalijah. We started with a 1947 convertible American LaFrance and no firehouse, just a tarp to put over the station. And most of the fire departments in Elmore County started similar to that. And I know there were a lot of cake sales and bake sales before any tax was passed or revenue was passed to go to these fire departments. And it took a lot of dedicated, hardworking people to keep it going all these years. I don't see how this county could operate if we didn't have the fire departments, because every time there's a storm, every time there's an automobile accident or anything happening in this county, especially involving our roads, the county doesn't have the means to cover everything all of a sudden, but these fire departments are out there, you know, in the bat of an eye, and we can never say thank you enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to join in and add on that. Didn't I just see some of you guys on Friday at Law Day? We appreciate the fire departments. The second graders love learning about firefighters. We try to teach them young so they know how important you are. But thank you for everything that you do for our county.
I'd just like to say thank you too. Being in law enforcement for going on now 34 years, I always love to hear those sirens coming from the fire department when I'm out on a wreck call or dealing with somebody that's shot, cut, whatever. It sure is a good feeling when I see you guys show up, and I appreciate all that y'all do.
Thank you. Chief, I can't say enough to thank all the volunteer fire departments and the full-time fire departments. My son-in-law being a fireman, firsthand I see the things they go through, but my district got hit with 2 tornadoes within 8 days. And without our volunteer fire departments all pouring in at all hours of the night, in the morning, helping clear roads, helping get people out of their homes. We were just fortunate no one died, but without y'all, we could not have survived and made it. And I will add to what he just said about the insurance rates. People don't realize without good fire departments around, we'd be paying double our rates that we pay, because you guys sacrifice yourself with many hours out there of training, that people don't see. They just see you on the scene sometimes, but the many hours you do and you volunteer and your fundraisers, I can't thank you and every department in this county and across the nation, all the firefighters do for us. My heart goes out to you every time you go out on the call. So thank you.
Thank
again.
you.
And one final thing, if I may, and I don't mean to get long-winded, but I think we're very fortunate in this county to have the mutual aid agreements between these fire departments. 2 weeks ago, we had a house fire in my community, and I know Eclectic, Kalijah, maybe Santuck, Red Hill, they all showed up and they all worked together. Windermere even came, I think, and so that's, a lot of counties not like that. A lot of counties I've been to, they kind of have their own territory and they're kind of protective of it. But every fire department in this county, they have, that I know of, has mutual response together, and that's a huge plus for the homeowners. And thank y'all for that.
Yes, sir. I just get the opportunity to stand up here and get the thank yous, but, you know, there's 20-plus departments here in Elmore County that have people that give of their time and their efforts. This is my 40th year of doing this. I started out as a volunteer at Elmore Fire Station, and I love what I do, or I wouldn't still be doing it. And I know Tommy's got me by about 10 years. So I appreciate y'all more than you know. I mean, I've been here long enough to been on the other side of no support and small support to being supported by this administration, and I appreciate y'all very much. It's more than I've ever seen in my lifetime here doing this. We need more volunteers. We're always hurting for people, especially during the day. I know that that's most people we are a bedroom county. A lot of people work in Montgomery, so we need more people all the time for volunteering. And even if you don't think you can do it, you can. Just come out and meet some folks and give you your time and your efforts for your community and your fellow citizens. Thank you so much.
We appreciate your comments, Chief Brown. Again, appreciate what you do. If I can ask you if you want to come to the front, we'll present you with a proclamation and take a photo.
You guys want to come up?
All right, now we'll move to regular business, review the minutes from the September 11th, 2023 commission meeting. Any questions or comments from commissioners? Next item, review the memorandum of warrants for a period of September 2nd, 2023 through September 15th, 2023. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, during that time period, the memorandum of warrants was $2,415,557.67.
All right, thank you. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, the next three agenda items are public hearings. After I read each individual item, we will start the public hearing. Anyone that wants to come speak in support of or in opposition to the agenda item may come to the podium at that point in time and state your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. The next agenda item is public hearing for an 050 retail beer off-premise only and 070 retail table wine off-premise only alcohol license application by Fire Tower Grocery, INC, for Fire Tower Grocery located at 3803 Fire Tower Road, Wetumpka, Alabama, 36092. Mr. Byer, is this application compliant with advertising requirements?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Now we'll begin the public hearing. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in opposition of this alcohol license? Okay? Is anyone here that would like to speak in support of this alcohol license? All right, are there any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, that will conclude our public hearing. Next item is a public hearing for an 011 Lounge Retail Liquor Class II Package Alcohol License application by Fire Tower Liquor Incorporated for Fire Tower Liquor located at 3801 Fire Tower Road, Wetumpka, Alabama, 36093. Mr. Byers, is this application compliant with all advertising requirements?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, now we'll begin the public hearing. Is anyone here that would like to speak in opposition to this alcohol license? All right, is anyone that would like to speak in support of this alcohol license? All right, are there any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, that will conclude our public hearing. Next item is a public hearing for an 040 retail beer on or off premise and 060 retail table wine on or off premise alcohol license application by Sunken Tractor LLC for Sunken Tractor LLC located at 859 Maherg Road, Wetumpka, Alabama, 36092. Mr. Byers, this application compliant with advertising requirements?
Yes, sir.
All righty, thank you. All right, now we'll begin the public hearing. Is there anyone that would like to speak in opposition to this alcohol license? Is there anyone that would like to speak in support of this alcohol license? All right, are there any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, I have one comment that I'll make. This business is located in my district, and I have had some people call me in opposition to this alcohol license, and I can understand their concerns for the community that you live in. Some of the calls that I have received have stated that they fear what would take place as a result of this alcohol license being issued, and I don't discount that. I understand that fear and concern. Flatwoods community is a very small, quiet community. A lot of the people that live there have been there for many years. I can tell you probably over 90% of the people that call me are my family. That's where my family settled when they came here in the late 1800s. I'm very close to that community. So I understand what the concerns they have. Some of the people that called me supported it. But some of them that called, they didn't support it, but they could not tell me a justifiable reason that we should deny the license. I asked the people if they were aware of anything that the business owners were currently doing that was disruptive to the community, or if there's anything they had done with a prior license that was disruptive to the community in another community, and no one could provide that to me. They could not provide that information. And so I don't discount the fear that they have, and I respect that. But when this item first appeared on our agenda, I knew that there would be some opposition to it. So I visited the restaurant on a Friday night, and we got food to go. And when I arrived, I found a food trailer with a structure that had been built over, wood structure that had been built over some picnic tables. And I found a husband and wife in the food trailer working with their children, cooking food and serving people. Much like we would find any restaurant anywhere else, except this one is just in the middle of the woods. They've cut a section of the woods out they purchased, and they have a food truck set up in a trailer. I didn't find loud music. I didn't find anybody parking on the side of the road. I didn't find a whole lot of people over there that were, causing a lot of problems to the community or a nuisance to the community. But so I really have not had anyone tell me that the alcohol license is going to create a problem, because we don't have a problem over there now. And so when someone asks me to use my powers of the government to oppose a license out of fear, and because they don't want something taking place in their community, I have a little bit of, that gives me a little concern. When we start using the powers of a government to tell someone what they can do on their private property when what's taking place isn't causing a problem. If it were causing a problem, and that would be different, because there are state statutes against that, against when you're doing something on your property that's causing somebody else's a problem. There are state statutes that will take care of that and address that. And I don't want to sound like that I'm minimizing the concerns of the community, but I place a high value on landowners' rights and private business owners' rights to operate their business the way they want to. And so if this license were to be denied, and it was based on fear and dislike, I asked myself, where would that stop? What would happen if someone bought a piece of property and they decided that they thought their neighbor was going to build a house next to them that would lower the value of their house, and they didn't want us to issue a county road access permit so they could put a driveway in? Or what if somebody wanted to didn't want cows next door to them, and they wanted us to not issue a county road access permit so they couldn't put a driveway in? Where would that stop? So while I don't want to sound like that, to the people that I represent, that I haven't heard you. I've heard you all day Thursday, part of the day Friday. I heard you today, and I hear you. But I want you to understand my position and what I would have been asked to do in infringing on someone's rights when I don't feel as if I have a solid foundation to do so. Are there any other questions or comments from commissioners?
Chairman, just one. I did ride out there myself today. They own 80 acres, actually, and there is no homes right around them. And I checked on their hours, and they would be closing at 7 o'clock. So they won't be open late at night. So I just wanted to throw that in also, just in case if there was some questions about when they'd be open and if anything was around them. So thank you, Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I have a couple of questions. The first question I have for you is, you going out there, do you feel like there's adequate parking, that folks won't be parking on the county road, and they have adequate parking out there for people?
It appeared to me, and I will voice that opinion from a background of construction and land development myself. I would say for the number of picnic tables they had set up, they had adequate property there, but I have also been told that they purchased 80 acres, and I'm sure if they need more property, they just push more trees down. It's actually just it's really no one near them. They have gone into the woods probably 50 feet, and they've cut probably a 300 by 300 area out roughly. I haven't measured it, and that's where they set up their business.
And my other question, based upon your experience in construction, does it look like that this is a safe building, and is it, does it look like it's up to code, what we need, what's needed?
From what I saw, it's a trailer that they operate out off of. It looks like that there was another trailer that was behind it that was set up for food service operations. Okay. It was a very well-built structure. In fact, I need to build one myself similar to that. I went over there that night, made the comment to my son, hey, this is what we need. I saw nothing to me that, in my experience, that would lead me to believe that it was not up to code, although I'm not a code inspector, but there was nothing that was obviously appeared that would be out of code.
Well, the reason I ask these questions, we've had businesses before, and so some of y'all know, I'm a retired lieutenant from what is now the State Bureau of Investigations. Before I left, it was the Alcohol Beverage Control Board. I spent 21 years as the agent and up to lieutenant for Elmore County. So I licensed probably 90% or better of the places that are open today. And so I'm very familiar with how things work. The reason I'm asking these questions, in the past, we've had places where did not have adequate parking, or people parking on the county right-of-way. We've had places that do not meet safe building codes. And I just want to make sure that we've got this covered, that we're not allowing some place to open up that's not safe. And it sounds like to me this place has done exactly what needs to be done to be granted a license.
Right. Well, I will say I'm not a building code inspector, but the place obviously did not appear, the structure that we sat under did not appear dangerous. In fact, it appeared very well built and neatly constructed.
That's what I need to know. Thank you.
And Chairman, I'd just like to add, since I've been on the commission, I've always supported businesses and licenses when it's their livelihood, because we support businesses here in Elmore County and bringing in income and supporting and serving our citizens. But my position is, we just need to make sure we give everyone the same treatment and being able to have an alcohol license, especially when they've met any safety issues and concerns. And if that is being met with this, we just need to hold that standard, and we're treating everyone fairly across the board.
Any other comments from commissioners? Okay, that will conclude our public hearing. Moving on to the next agenda item, which is old business. Notice of a public hearing on Monday, October 23rd, 2023 at 5 p.m. for the proposed vacation of a portion of Maverick Circle by the adjoining landowners. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, just as a reminder, if at the time of the public hearing, the commission decides to move forward with it, this is in District 3, and District 3 will have to make the motion to vacate.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, next item, consider two appointments to the E911 Board, appointments due 9/25/2023. Candidates are Corey Puckett, Leon Smith Jr., Matthew Higgins, Christopher B. Colley, and Oresti M. Johnson. Are there any questions or comments by commissioners?
Chairman, I'd just like to make a comment. I see a few individuals on the list that are from the west side of Elmore County, and that's always exciting to see. Chief Leon Smith with the town of Casada. I believe I have some of the residents out here too. I've gotten several phone calls from a lot of citizens in my district. And also Mr. Oresti Johnson, he's also on the west side. I think, he'd be a great person to be on this committee.
All right, thank you. Any other questions or comments from commissioners? Okay, next item, discuss 5 appointments to the Elmore County Industrial Development Authority Board. Appointments due 9/25/2023. The candidates are John Strickland, Harris Gardner, Rhett Smith, and Art Faulkner. And commissioners, just as a reminder, the members of the Industrial Development Authority must be a current member of the CETA Board, and these candidates listed are current members of the CETA Board, and they are also current members of the Industrial Development Board and that are seeking appointment, and they have done a great job on behalf of the county. Are there any questions or comments from commissioners?
Yes, Chairman, my understanding is there was 5, and one of the persons on the board moved out of the area, so that left a vacancy, is what I understand also.
Yes, that is correct. That
Okay.
one of the members that was a member of ACETA, and therefore they had been voted on to be a member of the Industrial Development Authority. They have moved and no longer a member of either. That is something that ACETA leadership is working on to find the replacement.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions, comments from commissioners? All right, next item, consider 3 appointments to the Elmore County DHR Board, appointments due 9/25/2023. The candidates are Maria Kathleen Calhoun, Jan Wood, Julie Daprick, Christopher B. Colley. Any questions or comments from commissioners? Next item, discuss 1 appointment to the Ridge Improvement District Board, appointments due 9/25/2023. The candidate is David Studerman. Any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, now we'll move to new business. Discuss setting a public hearing for an 011 Lounge Retail Liquor Class 2 Package Alcohol License application by Georgia Road LLC for G-Mart Liquor located at 10786 Georgia Road, Eclectic, Alabama, 36024. Are there any questions or comments from commissioners? All right, next item, consider amendments to the FY 2023 budget. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, in your packet, you have a number of proposed amendments. The majority of these amendments relate to one of 2 things: the changes to the ARP allocation plan and just getting those formalized in the budget as we get ready to close that out. Y'all have already approved those expenditures. And then also the Sheriff's Department had some excess surplus vehicles that were sold, which generated some additional revenue, and they were able to address a need in their department with that. So this will solidify that expenditure as well. So this is also for Commissioner Hill's benefit, since it's his first time wrapping up a budget. This is a standard thing that we do in the September meetings, is try to wrap up all the budget amendments at the very end instead of doing them meeting by meeting. Occasionally, we'll have some items on the agenda that say it handles the necessary budget amendments, but these are more intrinsic changes that are made throughout the year to where, in a lot of cases, some additional revenue is generated and the expenditure is warranted that way.
All right, any questions or comments, Mr. Byer? Okay, now we'll move to the consent docket. Approve proposed plat for the Oaks Eclectic, 25 lots. Approve tribal memorandum. Approve recommendation of Personnel Appeals Board in the matter of Diane Bates. Approve family medical leave request for Christina Eubanks, tag clerk. Next item is personnel notifications. Notification of resignation of Austin Barnett, Sign Tech 1, effective 9/14/2023. Notification of hire of Jason Sanders, Corrections Officer, replace Jay Estes, effective 8/17/2023. Notification of resignation of Kent Gooch, Part-Time Director of Training, effective 8/25/2023. Notification of resignation of Matthew Furry, Corrections Officer, effective 8/30/2023. Notification of resignation of John Brandon Strickland, Deputy, effective 9/5/2023. Notification of hire of Miles Dalton Smith, Corrections Officer, replace T. George, effective 9/8/2023. Notification of resignation of Brandy Barkley, Dispatcher 2, effective 9/14/2023. Notification of hire of Christopher Mulkey as Asset Manager, Safety Director, fill vacant slot, effective 10/2/23. Notification of hire of Jonathan Howell, Building Maintenance Tech, replace Jay Gomillion, effective 10/3/23. And now we'll move to reports to the commission. Chief Operations Officer Richie Byer. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, only a couple items for you this evening. I'll start off with our rebuild projects and trying to wrap those up. We expect our contractor back in the next week and a half, and they anticipate starting on the east side of the county with those projects and working their way back to the central part of the county. As you recall, they came in earlier and completed all the projects on the west side of the county already. So they also have been given the green light on a handful of FY24 projects to accomplish while they're here, so they'll be working those in as well. Those are ones that were easy to get ready to go to construction, and we're going ahead and launching those. The other items that is dominating the staff's time right now is working on, as I mentioned, closing out the FY23 budget. We've been working with the department heads on getting all that handled. We're to the point where this week's just emergency POs and expenditures so we can get closed out, and then we will launch next Monday the 24 budget, and that also will include the pay rate changes. So the chief administrative officer and departments are getting that ready as well. So, Mr. Chairman, that's all I have in the way of report tonight. Do you have any questions or comments for me?
Thank you, Mr. Byer. Any questions from commissioners? All right, now we'll move to reports from the commission. Commissioner Hines.
Thank you, Chairman. I'd like to start out by saying our mowers are starting their second round of mowing. So I asked all our residents to be patient, be careful, and watch for our mowers as they are on the sides of the road mowing. They do sling things at times, so to ease off and ease around them. And those flagmen out there aren't there just to look pretty, there to protect people. So pay attention and watch out for our flagmen also. Next of all is we still have our Elmore County 2023 fall cleanup. I'm asking everyone to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Get a group together. You know, service starts at home. I see all these churches and I see all these other things that go out there and they go all these other countries and do all these things. I catch slacks for saying that sometimes, but, you know, we have to start at home and taking care of each other. And why can't our men's group at churches get together and pick up a section? Our ladies can take care of them, get them water, and do those things. Our youth football teams, we've had several of them really step up at Hopeful and Elmore. That's done a great job, and several of our teams in Millbrook that stepped up, golf teams and track teams in the past that's done great jobs. I'm asking you now to get with your coaches, your teachers, get with your pastors and say, hey, Friday, October the 13th, yeah, there's high school ball games, so I can't do it, so let's skip that. Well, there's Saturday, the 14th. Well, we got college games, that's okay. We can do like my group's gonna do, and we did last year, Sunday afternoon after church from 2 to 4, we're getting together, and we're gonna pick up. I had one lady already has picked up 6 major big bags this week because she can't pick up at that time. And boy, I was proud when she called me and said, Commissioner Hines, can you pick them up for me? And I did, and I hauled them off for her. So let's be part of the solution, not the problem. Let's get out and get our groups together, our volunteer fire departments, our ball teams again, our church men's groups, all of them there, our scouts. They're always looking for projects. Let's get out there and do it. Neighborhoods. Let's just get a neighborhood and just say, we're going to clean up our neighborhood this weekend. Here's the great thing. If you will register by next Wednesday, October the 4th, all you got to do is click on and register or call our highway department out there. If you don't want to do that, then we can take care of it from that standpoint. And we will furnish the bags. They will deliver the bags to you, and we're going to make it easy for you. You tell us where they're going to leave the bags at. Say at the corner of 14 and 231 at the gas station, they're going to be the bags right there. Or they're going to be at the Santuck Fire Department. Are they going to be at the Seaman Fire Department? Are they going to be at the New Hope Church? We will come by Monday morning, the highway department with our prisoners, and we will pick that up. And we will take care of it for you and take it to the county drop-off point. So we've made it easy for you. We're going to furnish the bags. All we need is your labor. Let's clean up your neighborhoods. Let's clean up our Elmore County and make that sign proud that says Alabama the Beautiful. Also, I just want to again say thank you to our fire departments, every one of them that's out there that we recognize tonight, because there are a bunch of them out there, and let me tell you, they spend hours and hours, as I said earlier, and I've been to their fundraisers, and I've watched them work hard on those, and that many hours of training that they do. They need more volunteers. Quit sitting there complaining about somebody not coming out and taking care of something. Hey, maybe you can't do certain things with them, but maybe you can answer the phone for them, or maybe you can help them serve when they're having a fundraiser. Help your community. Let's get out there and let's work hard and be proud of Elmore County as we are. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Hines. Commissioner Daughtry?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We always like to recognize when we have elected officials present, and we have the Honorable Gary Davenport, the mayor of elected, with us tonight. And Mayor, we appreciate all that you do for the county. I know you got a lot going on, a lot of positive things happening up there, and new Jack's Hamburger coming. I know y'all worked with the county and the state and the ACETA, and I don't know how many parties were involved in that. And it's been a long, hard road at times, but congratulations on finalizing all of that. Congratulations on all your new subdivisions that are coming to the eclectic area. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank
Mr.
you,
Chairman, before you go next, let me add one more thing while he's talking about Mayor Davenport. They have the Cotton Festival that's coming up that I'd like to give them a shout out. It's going to be Saturday the 14th. And if you haven't never been, you need to go. It's a great event. And the hours are, could someone? 8 to 4. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Commissioner Hill?
Just something to put on your calendars for next year, actually. On February the 10th, 2024, the Wetumpka High School Nerds, that's the name of the group, is going to have a green power electric car race here in Wetumpka. And it's going to be teams across the South, the whole Southeast will be coming to this. So this is going to be a pretty big thing. But just mark that on your calendar for next year, February 10th, 2024. And there'll be some more information coming on that.
Thank you, Commissioner Jackson.
Thank you, Chairman. Real briefly, joining in with what Henry stated, we will be having groups also within District 5 picking up trash. We're trying to compete with Henry and have the most groups for District 5. So I'm coming for you, Commissioner Hines. Also, announcement, we've been posting it on our social media page, but Crenshaw Park will be closed starting October 2nd through April 2024 for some much-needed, exciting construction improvements. And in addition, on Friday, we hosted, Judge Lewis, EMA, Mr. Jimmy in our Public Works Department, the County Commission, the Superintendent, and we hosted an amazing law day where all second graders of Elmore County, even Edgewood and Tallahassee, came to see a mock trial so they can understand the trial experience as well as meet our first responders. We had the fire crew out there, thank you for coming, law enforcement. They even had the little animal thing with the county, I forget his name, but it's like an animal. But it was an amazing day, and as we've always stated, even with trash pickup, if we can reach out to our youth and instill them to be better, they are our future, and that's what we need to encourage. Commissioner Daughtry, we also have one more elected official in the room. She snuck in a little bit in the very back. But Councilwoman Jackie Long Thomas is there as well. She's a councilwoman from Millbrook. I do believe that's her. Me and Council Long Thomas work very well together as her district falls within District 5. So I wanted to also point her out as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate those comments. I appreciate what my fellow commissioners do. As you can see by listening to what each of them have been working on and planning, we work. We don't just take the opportunity to fill these seats up here. We're truly concerned about the citizens of Elmore County, as are our fellow elected officials, and we appreciate the opportunity to serve, and I appreciate what they do. Next, we'll move, and I will call on Ms. Brittany to read important calendar dates, please.
Monday, October 9th, the administrative complex will be closed in observance of Columbus Day. Tuesday, October 10th, we'll have our next commission work session at 5 p.m. with a business meeting immediately following. Friday, October 13th through Sunday, October 15th, will be the Elmore County Fall Cleanup. And Monday, October 23rd, we'll have a commission work session at 5 p.m. with a business meeting immediately following.
Thank you. We will reconvene shortly for the business meeting. Good evening and welcome to Elmore County Commission meeting for September 25th, 2023. I'll call this meeting to order. I'll offer invocation, and then I will ask Commissioner Hill to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. If you will, please pray with me. Father God, we thank you for bringing us here today safely, Father. We thank you for the opportunity to live in a county, Lord, such as Elmore County, Father. We thank you for taking care of us, Lord. We thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve, Father. And we ask you to continue to bless our county, Father. Please bless our first responders and everything that they do for us, Father. Please keep them safe. Lord, we thank you for loving us, and we ask the same in your name. Amen.
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 Ms. Brittany, if you will, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hines?
Here.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Here.
Chairman Mercer?
Here.
Commissioner Hill?
Here.
Commissioner Jackson?
Here.
All right, we'll start with special presentations. Is there a motion to approve the firefighter appreciation proclamation?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Ms. Brittany, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, now we'll move to regular business. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the September 11th, 2023 commission meeting?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany, please call the roll.
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, next item, is there a motion to approve the memorandum of warrants for a period of September 2nd, 2023 through September 15th, 2023?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, now we'll move to old business. Is there a resolution to approve or deny an 050 retail beer off-premise only and 070 retail table wine off-premise only alcohol license application by Fire Tower Grocery, INC, for Fire Tower Grocery located at 3803 Fire Tower Road, Wetumpka, Alabama, 36093?
I make a motion to approve.
And second?
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, next item, is there a motion to approve or deny an 011 lounge retail liquor Class II package alcohol license application by Fire Tower Liquor, INC, for Fire Tower Liquor located at 3801 Fire Tower Road, Wetumpka, Alabama, 36093?
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, next item, is there a motion to approve or deny an 040 retail beer owner or off-premise and 060 retail table wine owner or off-premise alcohol license application by Sunken Tractor LLC for Sunken Tractor LLC located at 859 Mahurig Road, Wetumpka, Alabama 36092?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany, please call a roll.
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Next item, is there a motion to appoint members to the Elmore County E911 Board? Two appointments are needed.
I'll make the motion that we appoint members to the board. For the first nomination, I nominate Chief Leon Smith, Wicasata Police.
All right, is there a second? All right, the motion dies for lack of a second. I'll ask the motion, ask the agenda item again. Is there a motion to appoint members to the Elmore County E911 Board? Two appointments are needed.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Mr. Puckett and Mr. Johnson as a pack of two to be appointed to the board.
All right, there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, Ms. Brittany, please call a roll.
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, next item, is there a motion to appoint John Strickland, Harris Garner, Rhett Smith, and Art Faulkner to the Elmore County Industrial Development Authority as CETA?
Let me make the motion.
I'll second.
All right, Ms. Brittany, please call a roll.
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Respectfully recuse as one of the members is a related by marriage.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, next item, is there a motion to appoint members to the Elmore County DHR Board? Three appointments are needed.
I'd like to make that motion to appoint to the Elmore County DHR Board, and I'd like to make a motion that, I'd like to put the names forward of Maria Calhoun, Ms. Jan Wood, and Mr. Christopher Colley.
I'll second that.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
No.
Is there, next item, is there a motion to appoint David Suttervan to the Ridge Improvement District Board?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, now we'll move to new business. Is there a motion to approve or deny setting a public hearing on Tuesday, October 10 at 5 p.m. for an 011 Lounge Retail Liquor Class II Package Alcohol License Application by Georgia Road LLC for G-Mart Liquor located at 10786 Georgia Road, Eclectic, Alabama 36024?
Motion approved.
Second.
All right, Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Next item is a motion to approve or deny amendments to the FY 2023 budget.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
All right, next item is the consent docket. Is there a motion to approve the consent docket as presented in the work session?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes.
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
No.
All right, we will forego additional reading of the personnel notifications. Are there any other additional reports to the commission? No, sir. Are there any additional reports from commissioners? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Ms. Brittany?
Commissioner Hines?
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry?
Yes.
Chairman Mercer?
Yes,
Commissioner Hill?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
we are adjourned.